Bonjour, bonjour. Donc aujourd'hui nous sommes le 20 janvier, vendredi, à la fin de cette deuxième semaine de Stephanie.wineevents en Afrique du Sud. Je n'ai que 3 rendez-vous, 3 dégustations de prévues aujourd'hui. Certains vignerons ont commencé à ramasser, c'est le début des vendanges. Apparemment c'est précoce par rapport aux années précédentes. Donc ça tombe un petit peu mal, mais bon c'est pas très grave. 3 domaines aujourd'hui ça suffit, parce qu'hier on a eu 5, avant-hier on a eu 5. Et je commence à être un peu à saturation. Donc on va à Keermont Vineyards, Trafford Wines et Morgenster Estate. C'est parti.
Possible, and baboons are very difficult to protect against. They're so strong and so clever.
They're clever?
They are very clever, yeah. So they figure out everything. So you see those freaking birds are moving in there. You see there? They go in and now they eat. This is, they eat the whole bunch.
And the CD you put there is
the CD is for reflection, for the to try to scare the birds as well. That the flashing light.
But it doesn't work.
Not so well.
So Cape Town, we
Town.
can see the sea. I mean, is it the sea?
So Table Mountain, we're looking at the side of Table Mountain. Table Mountain, Constantia is over there.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Malmesbury and Swartland to the north.
Okay.
Out there, that way, and then just over here, Somerset West.
Okay.
Down there.
And
yeah.
Jordan that I went the other day is one
Jordan
of these
is
hills.
yes, in the hills over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That big mountain is what?
We call it the Guardian Peak. It has quite a strong influence on our microclimate here because the sun comes up behind the peak every day. So we have a very late sunrise as it comes up, and also it makes our winter very cold by South African standards. Most in South Africa, most of the winters are very mild, but being up in a valley with all the mountains around us, we get very cold here, and I think that's very good for the vineyards. So we did a lot of research into the soils and the aspects and temperatures and stuff, and then we decided what to plant in each place. With the reds, 2013 vintage, which is our current release.
In barrel, all oak. Nothing stays in a tank. We've got some wine in a tank, they're looking very suspicious, I realize. But this is just before bottling, because we don't filter any of our wines, they need to just settle down. So they will stay there over the weekend. So we really see our barrels as a container for the wine. We like to use them for up to 8 years. So none of the wines have like a very heavy wood character. We prefer to show the character of the grape. And this is our traditional basket press that we use for everything that you just tasted. So the wine's going here, and then the juice kind of steeps out very gently. We don't have a pump or filter in the cellar, so it's a very gentle traditional process, runs by gravity. The wines are clear because we rack them, no chemical processes whatsoever.
Mr. Bertrand is the owner of Morgenster.
Julia Berka. Is the owner since when?
Since 1992, he consulted with Chateau Cheval Blanc,
Oh.
Pierre Lerton, and he said it would be good for Bordeaux varieties. And for the olive oil, he consulted with Professor Fontanazzo. Italian wine and olive oil always go together. And there wasn't really that much olive oil in South Africa when we started here. There were about 3 varieties, and it was sold in pharmacies. So he actually completely changed the olive oil industry in South Africa. He brought 2,000 trees from Italy to South Africa, 14 different varieties. 90% of the trees in South Africa all came from our nursery.
How in a blind tasting you will define wines that come from Somerset West?
I think the cool climate in Somerset West really lends itself to very slow ripening. So the complexity of the wines I think are fantastic in this area. And also the soil and the terroir that we've got is something quite special.
So
we're also very close to the ocean. We're about 4 kilometers from the sea here.
Oh, you were 4 kilometers from the sea. Okay.
If you go up to this little hill here,
You can see the
the
sea.
ocean. Yeah.
And what about the soil? Do you have like a table mountain soil?
Decomposed
sandy?
granite,
Decomposed
we've got shale, so it's a bit of a mishmash of different soils, but yeah, the Bordeaux blends do very well, and the Italian collection also. We've had our winemaker goes to Piedmont and to Tuscany every year to do research and see how they're doing their viticulture, and we get all the different techniques from them. And then we adapt it here. So.
And is Somerset West like Stellenbosch? Inside that region there are many sub-regions?
Exactly. So we don't actually have, there's not a wine appellation in Somerset West, so we fall under Stellenbosch.
Ah, you still fall under Stellenbosch? Yeah. So behind your bottle is...
Yeah, Stellenbosch.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So we are, because actually we're like very, very different climate here to Stellenbosch. It's very cool. If you drive from Stellenbosch to Somerset West in the middle of summer,
very
it's
windy
probably about
also.
5 kilometers. Yeah, exactly. It's more windy, it's closer to the ocean, very cool in the evening, warmer in the afternoons, slow ripening process, a lot more water around, more hilly, I think, as well.
It's just like if you would be putting Côte de Nuit and Côte de Beaune in the same region, something like that.
Yeah. So we neighbours, and we fall under the same appellation.